Hello everybody. Today I am going to explain you the poem Fire and Ice written by Robert Frost. Robert Frost is an American poet. Some of his very well-known poems are The Road Not Taken, The Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening. In this poem Fire and Ice, the poet has used a metaphor. Metaphor is a comparison where Robert Frost compares the two elements, that is fire and ice, with human beings and the different emotions. This poem, Fire and Ice, is a lyric. Now, what's a lyric? A lyric is a poem with a lyrical effect, which means a musical effect given in the poem by the use of the rhyme scheme. And in a lyric, the poet expresses his feelings or his emotions. Okay, now let's discuss about the poem. Fire and ice here does not stand for the fire and ice that we use in a day-to-day requirement. Fire we generally use for cooking food, to keep ourselves warm. Ice we use to keep things frozen. So he is actually not talking of the use of fire in ice in that sense. He here has compared fire and ice to the different human emotions and feelings. Fire, Robert Frost here in this poem has compared to the different human emotions like hatred, anger, jealousy, greed, lust. Okay, and ice he has compared to different human emotions like lack of compassion, lack of empathy, lack of brotherhood, and indifference, intolerance. So these are the human emotions he has compared fire and ice with. Now there is an age-old question among the people, in the mind of the people, that how is the world going to end? How will the world end? So some people are of the opinion that the world will end because of fire, and some people are of the opinion that if the world has to perish twice, okay, then ice also could be one of the reason of destroying the world. Okay, now let's begin the poem. Some say the world will end in fire. So who is this some? Some means some people are of the opinion that the world will definitely come to an end, and the reason of the world to come to an end will be fire. Fire means there will be so much of hatred, there will be so much of cruelty, anger, conflict among the people, that the world will one day come to an end. Some say in fire, whereas there is another group of people who share the opinion that the world may also end because of ice. Ice means in this world there will be so much of intolerance, insensitivity, indifference, which also could be one of the reason for the end of this world. Okay, from what I have tasted of desire. Now here the poet is sharing his own personal emotions. Here the poet is sharing his personal feelings about how the world is going to end. So the poet is saying that even the poet feels that in his lifetime, in this universe, in this world, he has seen so much of fire. That is, he has seen, he has experienced so much of hatred, anger, jealousy, cruelty, lust, greed, conflict among the people. So he says that he totally agrees with that group of people who feels or who shares the opinion that fire will be the reason for the end of this world. And the poet says that he has no doubt about it. He fully agrees, he totally agrees with this group of people who share the opinion and who believe that the world will end because of fire. So he says, I hold with those who favor fire. That means I support those people who favor or who believe that the world is going to end because of fire. Now let's move on to the next stanza. But if it had to perish twice. Now the poet again is sharing the opinion, his personal experience and opinion here, that if the world has to destroy twice for the second time, I think I know enough of hate. The poet again is saying that he thinks and he knows enough of hate. Hate means he has seen so much of hatred among the people that that hatred is sufficient to end this world, to be the reason of the end of this world. To say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. What the poet here tries to say is that the poet here shares the opinion that he also agrees with that group of people who also firmly believes that if the world has to perish twice, ice is also no less to bring this world to an end. That means if there is intolerance among people, indifference, insensitivity, lack of empathy, lack of compassion, lack of sharing, caring, kindness for each other, then people could do anything to harm each other. So even ice is also could be a very strong reason for the end of this world. So this is what the poet is trying to convey in this poem. And the poet is actually giving a warning, a forewarning to humanity, to mankind, that the world is in such a stage where, you know, there is only hatred, there is only cruelty, anger, lust, indifference, intolerance prevalent among the people. And if we do not check these feelings and emotions within us, if we do not control these emotions within us, then very soon the world is going to end. The world will end because of these negative emotions and feelings that is developing so rapidly among the human beings. So it's a request to mankind, to the human being, by Robert Frost, that heal the world. The world is in a stage of danger. The world needs to be healed. And how can we heal the world? By stopping these negative emotions and feelings amongst us, by making the world a better place to live for you, for me, and the entire human race. So it is high time we introspect and we try to control these kind of evil thoughts and feelings among us. We try to control these emotions and feelings. Otherwise, the world will be such a place where there will be no peace. There will be only killing. There will be only, conflict among people, and people cannot live peacefully. People will not be safe. There will be only hatred that will be prevalent among people. And in such a situation, nobody can stay happy and healthy. Nobody can have peace of mind or peace of soul. Okay, so it is high time we do away with all these emotions, negative emotions, and try to make the world a better place. Okay, and heal the world so that we can all live in harmony. We can all live with compassion, kindness, by sharing, caring, and doing selfless acts for each other. Okay, that is actually what the poet is trying to convey to the readers. And what the poet is also giving a warning to human beings, that man is swaying between these two emotions of fire and ice. These extreme emotions may lead to conflicts and disaster. If not controlled, it will bring an end of the world and mankind. So this is what Robert Frost is trying to convey through this beautiful poem, and I'm sure you all have understood the poem. If you have any doubt, you can just text me and I will try my best to clear your doubts. That's all for today. Thank you and have a great day.